Alright, today we'll discuss a mysterious guy. I haven't seen his face, but he looks awful, judging by clues. Zhao Xinhu may have had vague motives, but he lacked the time for murder. He disembarked at 5:30, needing at least 25 minutes to reach Lai Liang's home. So he couldn't have done it all in 5 minutes, ruling out Zhao Xinhu. The only suspect left is the mysterious Asan. The investigation reveals Lai Liang has only 2 associates named Asan. One is Fang Mingxin, a TV cameraman, and the other, a dark-skinned man nicknamed Rubberfish Asan. Lai Liang once helped Fang Mingxin shoot some videos, and it seems they had a tiny spat. As for Rubberfish Asan, he totally matches Zhao Xinhu's description. Could the killer be Rubberfish Asan? Even though he works in Huingshan, the guy is never home alone. He pops back every few days. He filmed a small gambling spot at home, which Lai Liang had visited. Asan recently lost big gambling and was denied a loan. More importantly, that afternoon, Asan left his house and no one knows where he went. Looks like he's got plenty of motive and time to do the deed. That night, aided by online friends, Xiao Kaiyan went straight to Asan's to investigate and got his fingerprints. Unfortunately, the fingerprints didn't match those on the cup at the scene. Xiao Kaiyan's confused as he mentioned Lai Liang's accident at the poker table. Asan looked super nervous. If he wasn't the killer, why was he so terrified when he heard about Lai Liang's death? Next, Lao Chen's team found another Asan, Fang Mingxin, from TV. Upon seeing him, Lao Chen felt they'd met before, but he couldn't recall, so he asked Fang's supervisor for info. The boss said, on the incident date, Fang was out filming until 4:30 p.m, where he went next. No, sure Lai Liang and Fang had some minor frictions, but what was the cause? At that moment, a nearby man piped up. Maybe they should ask Liu Guoqin, the driver who had been giving Fang rides. He might know a thing or two. So Lao Chen and the gang rushed to find Liu Guoqin, who told them Fang Mingxin and Lai Liang were thick as thieves, but then something happened. Reminds me of a month ago. He remembers seeing them storm out of a guest house after seemingly having a fierce argument. Liu Guoqin suspects it might have been about Fang borrowing some cash from Lai Liang. After getting the scoop, Lao Chen and his buddy headed to the guest house. The staff on duty said, Lai Liang seemed furious, demanding something from Fang and shouting, "Hey, out of my way. Don't force me to punish you. I'll say it again, you better give me. I'll say it again, it doesn't exist." But Fang firmly denied it, claiming their issues were mere work disagreements, nothing serious. Additionally, Fang mentioned that when he got back, someone told him Lai Liang called to meet him by the river, but when he showed up, Lai Liang was a no-show. So off he went, solo back home. But here's the kicker, Lao Chen compared Fang's fingerprints to those found at the scene and they matched perfectly. So he decided to snag him. But when Lao Chen and the crew got to Fang's place, they found he had already done a runner, fearing his. So the police immediately issued an all-points bulletin for Fang. They soon arrested Fang, but he denied murder during questioning, unable to explain his prints on the crime scene cup. This left Lao Chen and the team scratching their heads, feeling quite stuck. How could they get Fang to come clean? But just then, the chief came to them and said, "Well, this is expected. After all, no killer ever admits to the crime. With that fingerprint, they can pin it on Fang." But the chief asked Lao Chen and the team to step back, just hand it over to the prosecution department from here. Though they found the killer, Lao Chen couldn't shake a nagging feeling. He sensed the truth might not be so simple. Sure enough, the tested feathers were from a bird native to Huingshan. The killer must have been there. Yet, upon investigation, Lao Chen discovered Fang had never been to Huingshan. In contrast, Rubberfish Asan, previously investigated, worked in Huingshan. Could it be that there's more than one killer? The truth was starting to get murkier. To test his hunch, Lao Chen and his colleagues rushed to Huingshan to track down Asan's workplace. Lo and behold, they not only found 2 lovebirds in Asan's dorm room, but also a pair of Liberation sneakers. Now all the evidence pointed squarely at Asan. Lao Chen was ready to call the factory manager to bring Asan in for arrest. But then the manager returned and told Lao Chen that Asan had left just 15 minutes ago. So off Lao Chen and the crew went, chasing after him real quick. In the end, they successfully intercepted Asan's vehicle, but alas, he wasn't the killer. On the crime day, Asan snuck in when Lai Liang was away to steal money, but got caught unexpectedly. Panicked, Asan hid in the bathroom, heard Lai Liang talking to someone, then a scream, and water pouring. The other person left the scene, and confused as Sam peeked through the door crack to see Lai Liang's body. Terrified and utterly bewildered, he lost his cool right then and there. There was indeed someone else outside of the mountain, but before Lao Chen could investigate further, the chief called and ordered them to head back. They said they no longer needed their help on the case, and Lao Chen started to sense a whiff of conspiracy. He suspected Fang Mingxin wasn't the real killer, and the whole father thing still wasn't clear. So he told Xiao Kai to head back while he stayed behind to keep digging. And sure enough, upon further investigation, Lao Chen uncovered some fresh clues. He learned from a local ranger that just days prior they had intercepted a vehicle with an animal corpse in the trunk, and that day there were several lovebirds, and while the ranger knew it was no big deal, just a fine, and that was there were two guys in the car. One was named Len Fujin, but the ranger didn't know the second since he didn't exit the vehicle. The car's plate number was 8,826,411. On the surface, this seemed unrelated, but Lao Chen thought closely. The feathers on Lai Liang's body could have come off, meaning the murder weapon was the wrench, and the killer was among those two guys. If that's the case, then what's with Fang Mingxin's fingerprints? Lao Chen felt more and more that something was off. Just then, two strange men borrowed Lao Chen's path and asked, "What do you want?" Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.